As the seas are starting calm after the dubious Johnny V. The Sun trial from 2020, it is now clear to see that Johnny Depp was the victim, and now big studios are reportedly interested in the actor once again. Disney might have just rehired Johnny Depp to return as Jack Sparrow in Pirates 6. Disney's CFO reveals huge financial loss if Johnny Depp is not rehired. It is alleged that Walt Disney are standing firmly behind Johnny Depp and his legal battle with ex-wife Amber Heard, despite the company distancing themselves from the actor last year and blocking him from returning as a cameo in the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot starring Australia's own Robbie Margot. Disney confirmed that the screenwriter for Birds of Prey, Christina Hodson, was hired to write the story for Pirates 6. Hodson was so impressed with Robbie Margot's performance as Harley Quinn that she thought of her as the perfect replacement for Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow. Very little is actually known about the entitled Pirates of the Caribbean project at this time, except that in an entirely fresh reboot, and Disney showed no interest in having Depp return for cameo. According to Margot Robbie, Pirates 6 is also very political and is all about girl power, or so, Robbie says. Disney now appear to have reversed their stance on Johnny Depp in the light of Amber Heard's many lies exposed by Depp's legal team and are refusing to surrender sensitive and confidential information regarding his time shooting a Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man No Tales in 2017. Was truly a cursed film, and it faced multiple of disruptive production issues. At one point, the entire Australia shoot came to a grinding halt and cost Disney millions, as Depp had to be flown stateside for surgery. The actor had sliced off the tip of one of his fingers in altercation with Heard. Video evidence has now revealed that Heard was largely responsible for the fight that evening, since Amber Heard's first accusations of physical abuse following their 2016 breakup. Johnny Depp's career has been marred in controversy, with many of the most prestigious institutions in Hollywood largely blacklisting him due to ongoing legal battles with both her and UK-based news outlet The Sun. One of the most defining moments to come out of the fallout of the legal issues was when Disney decided to sever ties with the star in 2020, effectively stating that he would no longer be taking part in the award-winning series Pirates of the Caribbean. With Pirates 6 set to star Margot Robbie and make not even a mention of Johnny's infamous Jack Sparrow character, the question remains, will Disney ever bring back the series' leading man despite the controversy he has faced? Here's a breakdown of where things currently stand between the major and the studio. Although no concrete information has been provided with regard to Disney officially rehiring Johnny for his role in the franchise, there has been some chatter online and hints of ways that he could somehow return to Pirates. The one facet that has caught the most esteem amongst fans online is via a Change.org petition asking the studio to rehire Johnny as Captain Jack Sparrow. The petition has a goal of 500,000 signatures and is well on its way to achieving it, thanks to countless shares across social media platforms. The petition's description pleads with readers to imagine no Jack Sparrow at all and mentions that they, Disney, have to bring him back to rule the seas again, unless it is the actor's own choice to withdraw from the role. Disney might rehire Johnny Depp if he wins in a retrial. Considering how adamant Disney is to protect its family-friendly branding, it's only natural to assume they do want to keep their distance from any of the messy proceedings of Johnny's case with Amber. However, an industry insider claims that if the situation happens to go to a retrial, the studio might consider reopening talks with the actor. Hearing Disney talk to Depp that if the court will agree to do a retrial with The Sun and he wins, they'll rediscuss things, Daniel Richman claimed via Patreon. In the broadest of terms, petitions launched by fans who disagree with a creative or casting decision don't mean shit in the long run, but it'll nonetheless be interesting to discover if 2020 is really the year that Johnny Depp fans mobilize in their numbers to try and put a dent in the box office takings of arguably Warner Brothers' two biggest releases. Fans have threatened to boycott both Fantastic Beasts 3 and Aquaman 2, the previous installments of which combined to rake in over $1.7 billion globally. Should there be a noticeable drop in those numbers, then you know who'll take responsibility, but so far, Disney have ignored the pleas to have the actor reinstated to the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. As Captain Jack Sparrow, Depp has defined the entire series for the better part of 2 decades, and there are no guarantees that an expensive pirate movie without an iconic and hugely marketable character to rely on is going to do big business. After all, look at 1995's Cutthroat Island, which cost roughly $171 million if you adjust the $98 million budget for inflation and boomed so hard that it put the studio behind it, Carolco Pictures, out of business. However, the petition to bring back Captain Jack has now sailed past 600,000 signatures and is currently targeting the mythical 1 million barrier. There are still 2 Pirates of the Caribbean movies in development, both a 6th entry in the main timeline and a female-driven spin-off being spearheaded by Birds of Prey duo Margot Robbie and Christina Hodson. But as things stand, neither of them are going to see Depp back on the 7 seas. Stranger things have certainly happened in Hollywood though, so fans will no doubt continue to keep their fingers crossed. Disney are fast becoming experts on bracing themselves for the inevitable online backlash that comes with firing someone from one of the company's marquee properties. To the surprise of absolutely nobody, the internet has been divided over the Mouse House finally biting the bullet and giving Gina Carano her marching orders from The Mandalorian, and the 2 opposing factions of keyboard warriors will no doubt continue their battle for a long time to come. That being said, the Carano news has split opinion to a much greater degree than the decision to drop Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean. With a majority of folks unanimously supporting the actor, there are still 2 new installments in the works, and Depp isn't involved in either of them as of yet. But that hasn't stopped the petition demanding his reinstatement from continuing to gather support. Over 470,000 people have now lent their weight to the campaign, but as we've seen with virtually every other petition in existence, it's not going to have even the tiniest impact in the long run. The fate of Captain Jack Sparrow rests solely in the hands of the Disney hierarchy, and if they haven't budged in the last 2.5 years, then a heavily supported petition isn't going to change their minds.